Well, good morning. Good morning. This is Coffee with Carol. And today we are going to talk about knowledge and head knowledge or heart knowledge. And if you're listening, you don't see it, but if you want to see it, you need to go to my YouTube. I have wild hair and just don't care. So anyway, this morning, when I asked God, what do I need to learn? Where do I need to grow? And what needs to change? He said, I want to tell you something, and I want you to tell this to everybody else. And I said, okay. And I just started writing. So I'm basically this morning going to read to you what I believe that God wants me to say. All right. So this is kind of unusual, but I'm going to go with it, and I hope that you are blessed. God said, you pray things like you're tired, and you say that you need some rest, and you ask for strength to get you through the day. And you say things like, I'm fearfully and wonderfully made, that you've given me talents, God, and abilities to perform great things. But yet you remain uncomfortable. You remain frustrated. You remain in a feeling of, I just can't seem to get it right. So my child, I want you to know that you have knowledge of concepts. You've heard my words, but what you need is working knowledge. You need heart knowledge. You have an awareness and an understanding, but what you need is experience. You're familiar with my words, and you can repeat them, and you can say them, and that, my child, is good. But in this way, my words are only touching the surface of your life. My words are not embedded in your spirit and in your mind. You use my words as a way to try and do things by yourself. You say, God, this rock is so heavy. The rock of life, the rock of the situation, the rock of the relationship, the rock that's bothering you, and you want to move it out of the way. And you repeat my words over and over and over again, telling you that I go before you and that I'm there and I'm going to give you the strength and all of those things. And you say all of my words. And then you go and try to lift the rock by yourself. You try to move it by yourself, and you get more frustrated. You get more frustrated. You get more discouraged. And you think that I'm not in it, that I'm not there with you, that I'm not doing something. And so you get mad at me. We've got this all wrong, guys. This is what I want you to do. I want you to recognize the rock. I want you to see the rock. Yeah, that rock is there, but I want you to go and sit down on the rock. Just sit. Just sit for a minute and say, instead of saying, help me move this rock, like I'm supposed to be involved with you and your process, sit down and pay attention to me. Sit down and be still. Look at me and say, you can't do it by yourself. Just admit you can't do it by yourself. You can't move that rock. You can't lift that rock. You can't do anything, and you're tired and you're stressed and you're worn out. So admit that to me. Tell me how you feel. And then ask me what my plan is for that rock. Ask me what my plan is for that rock, because you see, sometimes I want to move the rock. Sometimes I want to lift the rock. But sometimes I want that rock to sit right there. And I want you to work around it. I want you to learn something from it. I want to teach you something. So when you try to have this expectation of moving the rock and then it doesn't move, it's because I had a different plan and you're not paying attention. So what you want is not always what you need. And I know best. Stop trying to handle the outcomes. I do that part. Just go study my word a little bit more. Let it get deep inside your mind. I want you to know me, not just know about me. I want you to have head knowledge and heart knowledge, because heart knowledge brings about revelation, transformation, and ultimately the peace that you are looking for. So when you talk to me, ask me this, ask me to be transformed. Ask me for wisdom, ask me for revelation, and let my supernatural truth reveal itself to you. Let's get started right now. I hope you found that to be a blessing to you, because it was for me. It reminds me that I don't breathe without God. I don't move without God. I don't get to make decisions unless I've run it by him first. This is a big one, guys. God does the how, and you do the do. Go make it a great day.